It takes 5.5 hours for sunlight to reach Pluto. By the time it arrives, that light has weakened to only about 1/900th the brightness of Earth's daylight. It is not total darkness, but it feels like an endless twilight, a world lit softly as if the sun itself has grown distant. To reach Pluto, you travel past Jupiter and Saturn, beyond Neptune, into the Kuiper belt. Out there, the sun no longer dominates the sky. It shrinks into a sharp, brilliant star. And ahead of you, rotating slowly in silence, is a small world that once seemed insignificant. For decades, Pluto was just a faint dot in telescopes, too small to matter, too distant to understand, too cold to expect anything interesting. Then New Horizons arrived in 2015, and everything changed. Landing on Pluto would feel unlike landing anywhere else in the solar system. The atmosphere is extremely thin, composed mostly of nitrogen with traces of methane and carbon monoxide. It is so delicate that as Pluto moves farther from the sun, parts of that atmosphere can freeze and settle back onto the surface. The temperature averages around -380 degrees Fahrenheit. At this extreme cold, water ice behaves like rock. It forms mountains that rise 2 to 3 kilometers high, solid and unyielding. The ground beneath you would not be soil or sand. It would be frozen nitrogen and methane. Materials that are gases on Earth become solid terrain on Pluto. Pluto rotates once every 6.4 Earth days. That means sunrise is not sudden. It unfolds gradually over hours and even days. Light spreads slowly across the horizon, and before the sun fully rises, the surface begins to glow. Pluto's atmosphere contains layered haze. Sunlight interacts with methane high above the surface, creating a faint blue halo around the planet. Twilight begins long before sunrise and lingers long after sunset. If you stood there, you would experience a quiet half-light, the sky softly luminous, the frozen landscape still and silent. Because Pluto is small, the horizon feels close, only a few kilometers away. The curvature of the planet is noticeable, and mountains appear nearer than expected. Then there is the heart. The bright region known as Tombough Regio contains Sputnik Planitia, a vast plain of nitrogen ice. It is almost completely free of impact craters. That absence tells scientists something remarkable. The surface is geologically young. Something is renewing it. Close images reveal large polygonal patterns across the plains. These shapes are evidence of convection. The nitrogen ice slowly rises and sinks over millions of years. It behaves like a frozen lava lamp operating on a planetary scale. Nearby, blocks of water ice mountains sit embedded within softer nitrogen ice, like frozen islands suspended in a solid sea. As sunset approaches, Pluto transforms again. When backlit by the sun, its atmosphere glows blue around the planet's edge. New Horizons captured this halo clearly. It looks almost familiar, almost Earth-like, yet unmistakably alien. Look up, and you would see Charon, large, unmoving. Pluto and Charon are tidally locked. Charon never rises or sets. It remains fixed in the same position in the sky, several times wider than our moon appears from Earth, a constant presence over the frozen landscape. For decades, Pluto was considered a frozen leftover, a relic at the edge of the solar system. But what we found were glaciers of nitrogen, mountains of water ice, a layered atmosphere, and a surface that renews itself. Pluto is not silent. It is a frontier world. And if this much complexity exists this far from the sun, then the outer solar system is not empty. It is waiting. This is Alien Depth Films.